We are on my Ducati 796 Monster on this Easter Sunday, heading to see some family, take you on a different ride than I normally do. Anyway, he's going to be meeting us at the corner down here. We are heading to Easter dinner with family. Of course, I thought it would be a nice chance to ride either my Duke or my Buell. I see a car coming, so I'm going to wait. See all this gravel, all these stones? They really need to clean up these roads for motorcyclists. So you got to go really slow. Anyway, I don't see my husband, so we're just going to keep going here. Right here's some gravel. But, you know, if you go on this side of it, it's cool. I don't see him anywhere. Do I see him? Nope. So, I hope you guys all had a happy Easter. Just kind of enjoying this whole thing right here. I'm actually also looking for my husband because I honestly don't know where he was going to kind of catch me at the curve. But, I don't see him. And he has my phone. So, far down, I am actually sitting upright again for you. My name is Misty, and I am just really addicted to riding motorcycles. I am also addicted, though, to being careful on these back roads in Pennsylvania. You can see the gravel, you can see the dirt. You gotta watch for the squirrels that are very suicidal these days. I don't know what's going on there, but they're really suicidal. So, as far as this bike goes, if you haven't seen my reviews in the past, there's some more gravel. Or recently, you will see that I absolutely adore this bike. Highly recommend it. It's got torque, it's got power, but it's also comfort. It's got, you know, the seat is super comfortable. The riding position is super comfortable. They really thought of the rider as well as the track rider. I should say the street rider as well as the track rider when they made this bike. Did a fabulous job on it. Really and truly. I've looked a lot at the S1000R or Double R. I've actually looked at Eric Buell's 1190 SX, which of course you know that Eric Buell, of course I have a Buell, a 1203cc, and you know I'm a Buell girl, so I'm a Buell girl and a Ducati girl, slowly becoming a BMW girl. But I'm going to sit here and see if my husband catches up to me for a second until there's traffic coming. Yeah, there's traffic. I don't see him, and I think he's probably still waiting for me, so go ahead. So let me just sit here for a second and talk to you. So as you can see, right across here, this is not your speed, by the way. This goes up to 12,000 RPMs. Speed's over here, mileage. And then when you first turn the bike on, there's a yellow thing there that indicates ABS brakes are on and working properly. I'm wondering if I'm going to have to turn around and get him. Where the heck did he go? Where he went? Go ahead. Because I'm going to have to turn around. Is that him? No, that's not him. I'm going to go over this way. This is the most difficult thing you could possibly do on a motorcycle, by the way. At least on a sport bike. And that is a very sharp U-turn on a back road with a lot of stones. But if I don't go back for him, he's going to be sitting there thinking, well, where is she? And you watch, we're going to pass each other. So if you see a Jeep, then you'll know that we are passing him. A black Jeep. Anyway, back to this bike, as I was saying. Oh, there's a suicidal squirrel. Don't do it, squirrel. You know, this thing really is, everything is just, one of my favorite words on a bike, ergonomic. It is ergonomically perfect. There he is. There he is. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. You know why I knew it? Because he drives like a poke. And I probably drive a little too fast. So now, here's another challenge, turning around in someone's freaking driveway with, look at these stones, man, on a sharp curve where there's traffic. See? You're learning something today. Some of the hardest maneuvers you have to do are really super slow. I mean, now you watch, we're going to pass them again. And then I'm going to be like, no, I'm just going to keep going. Anyhow, some of the more dangerous things you can do is ride on these back roads with all there's his Jeep. Right on the back roads with all the cinders and things like that. Obviously, with the deer, we are going from winter to summer, and I know that some of my vlogs were done in the wintertime. A lot of them were done in the wintertime, because I just started this channel, but I work a lot. So, since I work a lot, I keep eating this thing. Since I work a lot, I don't really get to post a lot. He rides a Harley, and he likes to kind of chill, whether he's in a car. Go ahead, dude. Whether he's in a car or on a motorcycle, he's a newer rider, so he doesn't like to ride. He's not real comfortable on the highways yet. I've been riding for over 20 years, and nobody ever doesn't feel a little scared on a bike. If you don't have a healthy fear of it, well, then you probably shouldn't be riding. What was I going to say? Oh, so in spite of those difficult turns I just did, I have to tell you, this Ducati Monster handled it like a dream. I mean, I didn't feel in the least bit like I was going to tip over. Nothing like that, It's just, come on, dude, what are you doing? This guy is really starting to tick me off. He's like going super slow on purpose. Okay, well, maybe he's doing the speed limit, but back there he wasn't. Really handled those turns great, especially with those big, thick stones. I don't know if you saw them. I mean, considering the fact that my camera is like... See, it's used to being held up by my... my backpack that I use for work, but I don't have my backpack on today. So why is this guy braking? He brakes, if it's the slightest turn, this dude is braking. And yes, I'd like to go around him, but I don't want to break the law. So breaking the law. Actually, I already do that, so I don't want to make it worse. So how are you guys doing on this Easter? He is risen. He is the great I am. We had a wonderful church service. Just phenomenal, man. The band at my church is incredible. The pastors are incredible. If you are in the Pennsylvania area, Christ Evangelical Free Church, woohoo! Burnville area. See how this Ducati rides, man? Ducati Monster 796, baby. I love it. Has a spot for your legs to tuck in perfectly. You can use this on a track. It has track modes, or you can use it on the street super comfortably. This is my Ducati 796 Monster. This channel's more than just about reviewing, but it's about showing you how much I love it. I'm trying my hardest to sit upright, but it's very difficult because this bike is much more comfortable doing that. Oh, this guy is really, really going to tick me off. He just puts on his brakes just to put on his brakes. Those kind of people? Just, he saw me lean forward like this aggressively, and he just put his brakes on, thinking I was about to, I don't know, pass him or something. In California, I would be able to pass him because, you can split lanes and all that good stuff. I don't think that's actually very good to do unless you have a bike that's about to overheat. That's my opinion. I also don't like the fact that we have a motorcycle helmet-free state. Oh, good. He's not turning. I can catch up with my husband. I can even pass my husband, probably. See, that I could do, and that would be fine, because he's right here. Watch. Here we go. There we go. He got some video of us. Wow, you can't imagine how many bugs I just caught, baby. Woo! I mean, my helmet is like green. It's either bugs or plants or something. It's gross. So that was my husband. Now I got to keep an eye out for my husband because I don't want to lose him. We are going to his parents' house to celebrate Easter, and we're actually going past where my dad used to live when he was alive. I started there from the time I was 0 till the time I was 4 years old. 0? Yeah. Well, I guess 1 second. You gotta be on the earth for at least 1 second for it to count, right? So these are some really windy turns, and they'd be extremely fun if they didn't have so many stones and gravel. You know, we have the most construction, I think, out of any, other than New Jersey, out of any state that I see. And yet, our roads are terrible, usually. And they're usually covered with a lot of gravel and dirt from construction. But, I mean, these are fun leaning turns, and I'm leaning a little bit, but not like I want to. Because I don't want to lean too hard and then slip right through the gravel. This bike is between a super naked and a sport bike. So the handles, I think the previous guy before me, my guess is the handlebar was flipped sort of upside down because I lean forward a lot. And nakeds typically don't lead forward like that. Here's another thing we have that other states don't have, and that's hills. You gotta really know how to take a hill. It's a little different than if you were riding in Florida. You have to stop on a hill, especially if you have to stop on a hill with stones. I think I've got all kinds of crap on this poor microphone. Hold on. So, I don't think there's much of a difference between riding a sport bike, like a super sport with clip-ons, and this bike, simply because he changed it a little bit. He made it more aggressive, leaning forward a little bit more. You know, I have some pressure on my wrists for sure. My hands sometimes go a little bit numb, and then I have to learn, relax, you know, relax your hands, relax everything. But I just can't say enough about this bike. If you are a beginner, I'm 5'7", and I can't really flat foot it. I can almost flat foot it in these boots, but I'm comfortable with it. I'm not on my tippy toes. Like, I was just on an $11.99 Panigale, which maybe I could put some pictures at the end of what I went up to see at Kalp's Motorcycle in Harrisburg. That's a Ducati, primarily Ducati and some Kawasaki's in there, and some Gixxers were in there, but it's primarily a Ducati shop. So I sat on the XD S, which I really liked. It was very, very top heavy though, compared to this. This is so much easier, I think, to handle than most bikes out there. That's just my opinion. However, it is a wide stance, so you got to get used to that aggressive wide stance, and you have to want to lean. This bike wants to lean, man. It's just that's what it's for. So Will I pass this person or not? Oh, now they're putting their freaking brakes on. Dude, what are you freaking doing? Alright, I've had enough of this shit. Excuse my language. These people are crazy. You know, I don't know if they're on their phone or goofing around or just trying to tick me off because I'm a motorcyclist. But to just slam on your brakes every now and then for no reason whatsoever is stupid and dangerous. So, yeah. Here's where my dad used to live. Hi, Daddy, I love you. He never got to see me ride motorcycle. He would have been, I think, happy about it. He loved motorcycles. He tried to ride, but he was more into cars, more into redoing cars, and this was the first road that I actually drove a car on when I was about 5 years old. Now, don't get me wrong, I obviously didn't have my feet down or anything, but he put me on his lap coming this way, the opposite way. Put me on his lap and he said, "You want to steer?" And I was like, "Yeah," because I was into cars even then, you know. Motorhead at 4 or 5 years old. Yeah, pretty crazy. I love the shifter on this. This is a Rizomo clutch. Not the shifter, the clutch. This is those aftermarket Rizomo parts here. So we got aftermarket Rizomo clutch, levers, brakes, handles, end bar mirrors. We have MC Moto parts, clip-ons for my pegs. They're red. So I got lots of matching stuff going on with this white and red and black Ducati. Let me tell you, man, people stare at this bike. I mean, it's just something that people will turn their head because it's really incredible. Especially with all the upgrades that were done to it before I got it, actually. That's what it's about. Enjoying the ride. So today's a super special day for me because I'm a Christian. And today is the holiest of holiest weekends, actually. Good Friday actually makes me sad. I feel like it should be called Horrible Friday because that's when we commemorate the crucifixion of our Lord. And my friend, today is the day we celebrate that he rose from the dead. And I am ever so thankful to my Lord for all that he's done, all that he's given me, all that he's blessed me with, and most importantly for his sacrifice of his one and only begotten Son, who was crucified in the most horrendous way possible. I mean, I can't fathom human beings doing something that horrible. It's, you know, I mean, I know they do. But good people did that. And it just, I don't know, breaks my heart on Friday, but today's the day to celebrate, you know, that he is risen, he is the great I am, and I am ever so thankful. I know this is a motorcycle channel, but any channel I have, and I do have a couple, I am always going to take the time to say Jesus loves you, he is love, God is love. And as far as earthly things go, I love motorcycles. Good to go here. This is a nice little town, nice little area. Pennsylvania, you can see there the trees are beautiful. I can tell the allergens are out because I can feel it in my throat. But the V-Rod that I wanted to try to take out, I saw is gone. I'm really interested in test riding an 1190 SX Eric Buell. That is a super naked, for sure. Those are some serious bumps. It actually beats the Super Duke, which I know a year or two ago, that was the #1 super naked. And it'll beat it in a SmackDown. And it's funny because, you know, you look at it and you think, okay, there's not a lot to this bike. But believe me, Eric Buell doesn't play. There's a lot to his bikes. Woo! That was fun. Got some people fishing. So now I'm thinking, you know, I mean, I got to figure out what bikes I want to test ride for you guys. But for the most part, I'll be riding and vlogging, and hopefully I'll get to meet up with 650E, or like, I'm trying to think. I know Cycle Cruiser is also in Ohio. He's a riot, by the way. Check his channel out. I did post links to the other channels for 650E, for Moto Jitsu. Oh, there's some gravel, shizzle. We are in farm country. If you've ever watched the show Amish Mafia, I think it's called, the Amish Mafia, yeah, the main character lives right over there. The black Cadillac that he used to drive around all the time is parked out in front of his house. But I think that show is pretty much a rerun thing now. He stopped doing it. We are almost to my destination. I hope you had some footage that, you know, you could see, because this bike is just, I mean, I'll show you on this road. Look at this. See that? It's just all your hips. Stuff they don't teach you in the class. If you're a beginner, you need to learn that stuff in the parking lot. Don't do what I did. Don't go out and get a sport bike with clip-ons that are real low, and you know, you're literally, all your weight is forward. Right now my weight is only semi-forward, so it's kind of perfect, because if I want to back up, I can. I love the fact that naked bikes are not only sexy, they not only have the same motors as the sport bikes and keep up with them just fine, you know, but they're comfortable and they're versatile, and you know, that's what's up with this bike. I love you guys. Please give a thumbs up, like, and subscribe to my channel if you are on YouTube and watching this, and thank you for riding with me. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day.